with me, here's an idea and here's the evidence, then I'm just not interested.
Now, have you ever watched TV and thought to yourself, oh, for God's sake, can't we do better than this? I mean, we've built cathedrals. Surely we can come up with something better than yet another light-hearted detective show in which Martin Clunes runs around the Haywain solving shit crimes, or some edgy comedy prank series in which a grinning youth presenter farts into the mouth of dying OAPs and then runs away cackling. Why is there so much on-air bibble?
And come to think of it, why is so much bibble replicated time and time again? Surely there's better televisual songs to sing?
Well, the good news is there are. The bad news is the world doesn't work in their favour. Let's say you've got a groundbreaking idea for a show about a Cockney Cyclops in a fez. You think it's brilliant. But if there's going to be any chance of it getting on TV, you'll have to convince a commissioning editor that it's brilliant too. Commissioning editors are TV's primary gatekeepers, the first ones who'll say yes or no to your idea. And they're always under intense pressure to continually jizz out a string of hit shows. The moment they hear about your poxy Cockney Cyclops in a fez, a billion different thoughts occur to them. Thoughts like,
hang on, wasn't there a show 3 years ago where Patrick Kilty wore a fez and didn't that rate badly? Does he have to be a Cyclops at all? Could he be Martin Clunes instead? Yeah, and the audience doesn't like Cockney, so let's put him somewhere in the Pennines. That'd be handy because we've got to get our regional quota up.
No, actually, bollocks to all that. Let's just make it a reality thing where a naked celebrity has to live in a barn full of tramps. And then 6 months down the line, when you're toiling away on your celebrity tramp barn thing and trying not to kill yourself, a rival channel inevitably comes out with a show about a Cockney Cyclops, which turns out to be a huge hit and was commissioned by a man who didn't ask any awkward questions at all because he spends all his time sitting behind his desk doing this. But surely not all commissioning editors are either overcautious or just outright insane, are they? Oh, let's make one up and ask them.
End of the day, your commissioning editor, right, just looking for that one hit show, what's going to stop them being sacked. That's why every instinct is shrieking, play it safe, sunshine at you.
Does it use any particular voice?
What do you mean?
Well, does it use the voice of a girl or does it use the voice of a haunted well? Does it go, oh, play it safe?
Oh, I don't get you.
Sorry, that was a very stupid question. Still, it's not fair to simply blame the commissioners like they're the Daleks or something. It's fairer to blame the entire TV industry's idiotic obsession with ratings and demographics. The channels will often send out a sort of shopping list detailing exactly the kind of viewer they're hoping to attract. Here's a typical example. We need to attract more 16 to 34-year-old males to our post-watershed slot. ABC One's urbane, reasonably affluent, interested in extreme sports, love shoes, hate hats, eat chips, once threw up on a swing, blah, 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 and so on. Trouble is, the moment you tailor your content to a demographic like that, you're doomed. You're chasing a fictional average schmo who doesn't really exist in the real world. All right, people in marketing might disagree with that, but f*** them, they're idiots. Here's proof. Chasing a demographic ideal is like, well, it's like when your grandmother tries to buy you a Christmas present when you're in your 20s and all she knows about you is that you're a man in his 20s, so she goes out and she buys you a big book about football. But you hate football. Well, you do if you're me, so Granny done wasted her time.
Of course, right, at the end of the day, your commissioning ed, right, is only as good as the ideas people bring them. And most of the time, they're only coming in with a load of rehashed old ideas that they've seen elsewhere, they think you're going to buy, rather than anything they're actually interested in. That's why you end up with a schedule full of interchangeable bloody smush. Can I say smush?
You can say smush, yeah.
Yeah, interchangeable bloody smush that, well, OK, passes the time, but ultimately it don't spell by no one, does it?
Well, no, apart from the readers of Hooray for Smush magazine, that is.
So there you have it. Sorry, but it's a system inadvertently designed to help foster the bland. All the more reason then to appreciate the rare sparks that aren't bland. I'm not talking about this, by the way, I mean proper telly. There's probably some of that on the other side right now. Sorry for wasting your time. I really am sorry. All right, what do you want me to do? I'll try and entertain you. I'll do you a little puppet show. How about that, eh? Woohoo! Woohoo! Is that better? Has that made it up to you? Has it? You f***ing arseholes!
Now on BBC One, more from the Animal Hospital.
And when they land, they go like that. Damage all these ones here.
Oh, yeah. You rarely hear about the advantages of suicide on TV for some mad regulatory reason, but here's one. If you kill yourself, you never have to get up in the f***ing morning ever again, which means you never have to watch breakfast f***ing television either.
Hello, good morning. This is Breakfast with Kate Silverton and Simon McCoy.
Good morning, it's Thursday.
Now, I've never quite understood the need for any kind of TV in the mornings at all, since TV is a medium that basically prevents you from doing anything other than just dumbly staring at it like that, and since the morning is a time when generally you've got loads of things to do, the two things don't really seem to go. But if you will persist, what are your choices? Well, on BBC One you've got a show imaginatively titled Breakfast. There's something unsettling about that name. I think it's just too simple, and it means that sometimes they say things like, hello, you're watching Breakfast.
Hello, very good morning. You're watching Breakfast with Dermot Manahan and Natasha Kaplinsky.
It's just weird. What's more, the show as a whole is so insipid and polite that watching it is a bit like attending a particularly bland coffee morning in heaven.
Chocolates,
Only the finest.
Dear. Yeah, Dermot, thank you. $2.99.
Oh. Meanwhile, over on ITV, it's not ITV at all, it's GMTV. The gaudy way to start your day. There's something inherently cheap-looking about GMTV. It's like waking up in a travelodge full of needlessly obsequious people.
7:22 is the time, an ungodly hour for an actor of such fine calibre to be getting up in the morning. Matthew Modine is in the studio.
What's your chitter-chatter?
Do
You don't ever hear it.
No, you don't actually. It's not a
Never.
popular phrase at the moment, is it?
Of course, the problem with trying to keep things that neurotically bubbly at all times in a show that also deals with quite unpleasant news topics is you're often left having to make crunchingly awkward tonal shifts.
We're also looking at debt and what you should do if you find yourself unable to pay the bills, after cases of those who have felt the need to kill themselves or commit suicide because they're so scared about debt. We want to make sure those kind of tragedies don't happen again. There's always help out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And as well as that, we're going to be catching up with actors Mark Charnock and the lovely Verity Rushworth, who are just about to tie the knot, maybe, of Marlon and Donna in Emmerdale.
Yeah, so please don't kill yourself because we got some c***s off Emmerdale turning up. Speaking of GMTV, their former stalwart Eamon Holmes can now be found fronting Sky News' Sunrise. Weirdly, Eamon delivers some of the news while standing up behind a desk, which just makes him look like he's working in a shop. Anyway, all of this is a bit too urgent for my liking. My ideal morning show would consist of nothing but just some warm, soothing colours and a voice gently bidding me to wake up. And in the absence of that, I'm prepared to settle for Milkshake on Channel 5.
Some of these. Lucy Fisher, you're first. You're 2 today.
See, in the mornings I've got a mental age of about 2, so this sort of thing is pretty much all I can cope with. My favourite part of Milkshake is an imported Australian show called High Five, which stars a Steps-like band whose relentless chirpiness I find weirdly moving at that time of day. Nice to see the sign language for is... I love them too. I wish that you could see all the love that's in my heart. There's not a single negative word or thought throughout the entire programme. It's the single most positive thing you will ever bloody see.
Sweet little puppies, it's been a big day. Do you know my favourite things?
Yeah, okay, so it's a bit like being cuddled to death by a giant marshmallow teddy bear. But hey, come on, anything that can stop me just slashing my wrists open and ending it there and then in the mornings has got to be performing some kind of valuable public service. Well, it has in my opinion.
On next week's show, some old continuity. Anthea Turner might chin someone, and TV gets seriously frightening.
The film you're about to see shows what happens when a 1 megaton nuclear bomb explodes over central London.
A third-degree burn through the full thickness of the skin looks like this.
Jesus Christ!